For more on Nvidia's results and the outlook for the tech sector, let's go to Hatem Dhiab. He's managing partner at Gerber Kawasaki. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on.
Did the strength of the results for Nvidia surprise people, given the current climate with the tariffs and the fact that they cannot export chips to China?
Well, the China hiccup, or at least issues with the fact that they can't really sell any chips to China, was the only negative thing in the whole print. I'm so surprised to see how good this company is doing. If you actually took out they lost almost $8 billion in base potential sales to China, but despite that, they ended up growing almost 70% year over year. We've never seen a company grow this much, this fast. And this AI super cycle or data center super cycle buildup is just getting started. So I think that's really what we see, and the market will eventually take. I mean, at least the market understands that.
Okay, you mentioned the $8 billion loss in sales to China that is still to come. They also had that one $5.5 billion write-down already. I'm wondering, when you talk about the strength ahead, what makes up for that? I mean, is there a market that they can look to make some of that up?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen all the deals that happened in the Gulf last week. I mean, one of the reasons why Jensen Huang, who's the Nvidia CEO, was with Trump and the Gulf is really to kind of ink all these deals. And I think what you see in the Gulf doing is really building this massive infrastructure. I think the UAE is building a 5 gigawatt AI center that is just massive, and what they're doing is they're basically monetizing their very cheap energy to become one of the biggest centers for AI and compute, and Nvidia is right in the center of that. So I think they will make up some of the sales in China. I do think that longer term, though, Nvidia will be able to sell chips to China. I don't think we can live in a world where we don't allow Nvidia not selling chips to China forever.
Why do you say that?
Well, what we see with DeepSeek, right, which is the model that China released a few months back, is the Chinese are actually very good at developing AI. And if we just stop selling chips to China, or at least ostracize them from the global compute market, all they're going to do is going to help their own AI capabilities. Huawei already has built some great capabilities in manufacturing AI, and I think that's what it's going to do is going to hurt the ability of the U.S. to export its AI, because the Chinese competitors will be just as good as Americans. So I think it's misguided for the short term to do this.
Many people talk about Nvidia being sort of the bellwether, the indicator for AI technology build-outs. Concerned that, right, some of them would hold back on capital spending because of what's going on coming out of Washington. Nobody's really quite sure what the economy holds moving forward. With a read on that, Nvidia's earnings compared to sort of what the outlook is for AI, how would you read into that?
Well, I think people are saying that they're the bellwether because everyone is buying chips from Nvidia. I think you heard it from Google, you heard it from Amazon, you're going to hear it you heard it from Facebook or Meta. The reality is that everyone is increasing their AI spend, not decreasing it. Everyone needs to build supercomputers. Again, we talked a little bit about some of the Gulf stuff. Europe needs to build its own AI capabilities. So the reality is there is no shortage of demand for Nvidia's chips, and not just chips, by the way, solutions, right? Blackwell is an CUDA software, right? It's not just chips, but the ability to build these data centers and manage them and so forth. So I think what you're seeing is just the demand is going to continue to be there, and it's becoming an arms race, right? Because it's such an existential threat to not have AI that every company is already doing it, and I think the sovereign or countries will be next to do the same thing.
Are there any other headwinds for Nvidia?
I mean, I could think of one or two. I mean, there is definitely some Some companies are trying to do their custom chips. AMD, for example, is a competitor that has a solution. However, it's not as efficient. For me, maybe the custom chips is really the biggest headwind. Again, everyone knows this name. Everyone is invested in it. Sometimes you wanna think of maybe the tariff things are going to continue, are going to be more problematic. But I don't think there's too many headwinds right now.
Okay, so anybody else that you're keeping your eye on these days in the tech sector? We get asked all the time, what's moving more quickly than, and Nvidia is always at top. What's your next one down?
I think you should look at the energy plays. The biggest constraint for AI is energy. We bought a company called GEV, which is GE Verona, which is kind of a clean energy / nuclear play. We're looking at, we love any innovation. We love the whole AI infrastructure. So Oracle is another name that we were involved with. But we're just getting started in this AI trend. So I think people should keep looking into this.
Got it. Hatem Dhiab is a managing partner at Gerber Kawasaki. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.